Good evening and welcome to 90 Minutes Live. This evening comes to you from Watson Park on a big date for Ware Football Club. It's the FA Youth Cup first round between Ware and Gillingham. We'll have full live commentary. I'm Peter Hill and delighted to be sitting in his usual place. On my right hand side is our match summariser, Simon Alamandy.
Yeah, good evening, Pete. Good evening, everyone. And it's not a Tuesday night; it's a Wednesday night under the lights this week, isn't it? Obviously, we're more used to a Tuesday evening game, and we was discussing before the game as well, Pete. It's been a while since we've had a 7 o'clock kick-off.
Yeah, I think it's been a very long time since I've had a 7 o'clock kick-off, but good crowd here, which is nice to see, cheering the lads on. Let's give you the two team lineups. Starting with Ware in goal, Ben Nightingale, then Olu Alawoja, Charlie Armitage, Kai Summers, Charlie Ridley, Tom Gay, Jake Collins, Alex Laws, Jamie Ford, Gabriel Chaps and Max Drayton. The substitutes, 6 of them this evening: Max Holland, Frankie Sanford, George Evans, Ethan Otley, Billy Hickman and Jasper Norman. Gillingham play their football in the EFL Youth Alliance Group C, and they will line up tonight with Toby Smith in goal, Logan Dobbs, Harry Webster, Will DeWild, Josh Woodliff, Dan Taiwo Pratt, Harry Waldock, Stan Skipper, Kai Garrett, Josh Baines and Jimmy Heasham. And on the substitutes bench for them tonight, Miller Mchumba, Carter Sullivan, Alfie Humphrey, Ben Clark, Louis Dejal and Ben Morrison. So that's our two teams. They're just about to come out. And a big day for Ware, but it's very difficult to judge this, isn't it? You've got two youth teams who play in two standards in two completely different leagues.
Yeah, absolutely. No one really knows what to expect, but I'm sure the Ware boys, they're going to put on a great performance. A great results in the previous round for them, and they'll be fearing nothing, will they?
Well, Paul Halsey told me on Saturday that if they play the way they did against Barnet in the last round, they've got every opportunity. The one that won 3-2, but they were 2-0 up at half-time. And by all accounts, should have been a lot more up at half-time than that. Barnet came back and then scored with 14 minutes to go to set up the victory. This is Gillingham's first appearance in the FA Youth Cup. You're not familiar with the FA Youth Cup. Runs fairly similar to the FA Cup. There are 4 qualifying rounds, then a first round proper when the EFL teams come in, and then you have to reach the 3rd round before the Championship and the Premiership youth teams come in. There's 13 teams at Ware's level or below for the left in the competition, and this would be the furthest the Ware side has ever got if they win here tonight. They got into the 2nd round back in 2019 when they took out MK Dons at this stage and then lost to Maidenhead United. So 2 teams are out on the pitch, wearing the familiar blue and white striped shirts with blue shorts, and Gillingham in rather natty kit really. They've got a white front with a halfway stripe and then black sleeves. I don't think it's almost like they got the shirts and they ran out of ink halfway down, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, rather snazzy looking for them, but it's obviously it's their change kit. Otherwise, that's going to clash with the Ware home colours. But obviously, it's quite handy because we'll have no trouble, deciding who's who.
Nice big bright numbers as well, which is good for a Tuesday night when we know we're in November. It's been a little bit strange on 90 Minutes Live in association with Easy Shelf this season. We've had rain, we've had wind, we've had sun, we've had shorts, we've had everything, but this really feels like November. 2 teams then wearing a huddle, and Gillingham wanting to get on with it. They're 8th in their league at the moment. Haven't been having the best of times, it's got to be said. Played 8, 1-2, drawn 2, lost 4, and they were thumped 5-0 just down the road against Stevenage on Saturday. We were, of course, I was, of course, at Biggleswade, but at least said that about the better, I think, with Halloween yesterday. Let's get all that horrific stuff out of the way. But as far as this Ware team is concerned, I mean, Ben Nightingale's played in the first team. Tom Kay looked very impressive on Saturday. And Gabriel Chaps, they've got a bit of experience of a higher level in there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's obviously what Paul has wanted to do. I was listening to the majority of the game with you on Saturday, and I think it was a nice idea to put Tom and Gabriel on. Once the score was like that and the game was going that way, it helped them out, give them a little bit of experience. And from what you said to me on just before the game, they did pretty well.
Yeah, they both acquitted themselves very well as far as I could see. Two captains were in the centre circle, Ben Nightingale for Ware and the appropriately named Stan Skipper for Gillingham. I don't know how many skippers out there are gorgeously scored Skipper. He's got a bit of a family heritage as Stan Skipper. He used to be in Arsenal's youth team, and he's the nephew of Frank Lampard Jr., as it were, and the grandson of Frank Lampard Sr. So got a little bit of football heritage there. Ware break from their huddle then. And it's going to be Gillingham who are going to get us underway, kicking from right to left in the first round of the FA Youth Cup here at Wadson Park. Our commentary position a little bit further from the halfway line than we're used to, just inside the half, which is being defended in this first 45 minutes by Gillingham. Referee checks with both his linesmen, and away they go. Long ball on this near side, but in fact the referee wasn't happy with where Will de Wilde sent it, and so we're going to have to do it all over again, I think. Too many Gillingham players broke at the kick-off there, and the referee wants it done again. So we've just had a little bit of a dress rehearsal, and we do finally get underway here at Wadson Park. Long ball forward to the edge of the Ware defence. That's pounced on very quickly, and the shot coming in from Harry Waldock, and Ben Nightingale doing well to dive to his left-hand side and turn that runner post. That could have been the quickest goal of the season by far. Yeah, it could have been. He was obviously well alert to that shot coming in, dived nicely, and a good early save to get a little bit of confidence for him. First corner of the game then, taken on this near side. It's taken short. Skipper! Oh! The dummy by Harry Skipper, and it's turned into the back of the net. So the first one wasn't the fastest goal of the season, but that one was pretty quick as well. And Gillingham go in front. That's just what Ware didn't want. Didn't pick up the run at all. It was a super dummy by Skipper that took the Ware defence out of the game. And then the ball curled past Ben Nightingale, had no chance at all by Josh Bayliss. And so Gillingham lead 1-0. Well, as you say, that's just the start that Ware didn't want, but plenty of time left to go. You know what we know what these lads can do. So all they've got to do is concentrate for the next few minutes and try and get themselves and ease themselves back into this game. Yeah, certainly a big one for Gillingham. A side have only won one of their last 5, so something they were wanted to do to make a fast start. They certainly have made that fast start. Having said that, the 1 in 5 that they won was 8-2 against Brentford. So goal kick to be taken, in fact taken short to the goalkeeper Toby Smith, and then thumped forward by Dan Taiwo-Pratt, the big number 6. Thumped down the line, and closest player was Kai Garrett to it. Talking about that Brentford game, by the way, he scored 4 goals on that occasion, so obviously worth watching. Ware got a throw in midway inside their own half, far side of the field, headed back into Ware territory, and then thumped forward, where Harry Webster will put it on this near side to the number 7, Harry Waldock, at that early shot. And here's Bayliss, who was the goal scorer. Turns well, puts the ball back, and it's back into the Gillingham half, finds its way to Taiwo-Pratt, who puts it out on that far side, then gets the ball back again and puts it back to his goalkeeper Tobias Smith, who lets it run just a little bit and then catches up with it and plays it on this near side of the field. Long ball forward, chested down nicely, and it's Josh Bayliss plays the ball inside to Harry Waldock, getting plenty of the ball early on, but Logan Dobbs couldn't control it on that far side, and so Ware will get a throw in. Just need a little bit of possession to the young Ware team, finding themselves behind so early in the game, as Tom Cade as well wins the ball, but can't find the Ware shirt, and so here comes Gillingham again, midway inside their own half. Harry Webster, the left fullback, plays the ball down, and it was meant for the running Kai Garrett, but Nightingale's out fairly quickly. He's one of the ones who, of course, has played in the first team. Some speculation around the fact that West Ham are very interested as well, but we haven't had that confirmed. But highly rated young goalkeeper, far side of the field. We're looking for a bit of possession. Will they get it now? They do. Chance to build up. Decent ball on that left-hand side, but in the end, Max Drayton can't keep it in. And so Gillingham will have a throw in. It's a little bit shy of halfway inside their own half. Goes back into their own half and play back to the goalkeeper, Toby Smith. On this side, it's patient build-up from the EFL side. Chipped forward finally by Josh Woodliffe, and once again it's the willing runner is Kai Garrett. It's turned out a play by Charlie Ridley, and Gillingham will have a throw in parallel to the edge of the Ware 18-yard box. But it's good hassling by Tom Kay. It goes back inside the Gillingham half to Taiwo Pratt. Plays out on the far side to Logan Dobbs, the right back. Taiwo Pratt gets it back. And here's Skipper. Plays the ball to his left to Will de Wilde. De Wilde turns well and gives it back to Stan Skipper. Skipper's ball, well, he just runs onto the ball in the end, and a foul given for the challenge that came in. And so Gillingham will have themselves a free kick. We're pulling everybody behind the ball. Jamie Ford, the number 9. And not the tallest, either of these youth teams, but that's what you tend to get for youth teams. But certainly Josh Woodliffe, the number 5, is going to pose an aerial threat, you would guess. But we'll chip to the edge of the area, headed out well by Charlie Ridley. A little bit up in the air by Armitage, but then it's thumped into the Gillingham half. The goalkeeper waiting quite a while, but then punts it towards the halfway line. It's volleyed back, and we're in for a bit of a game of aerial volleyball until Tom Gay brings it down on his chest. Goes down one, can't produce the pass, but that time all went through. Alex Law's pass on that far side and just overrun. And just need to settle down, don't they? Get a little bit of possession.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what they need. Obviously they've settled down from that first goal, but as you say, they just need a little bit of the ball, and just to get their confidence up a little bit, and try and create something here and trouble the Gills.
Well, they've got an opportunity now. They've got a free kick midway inside the Gillingham half, just a bit left of centre. Tom Gay is going to be the provider. Kai Summers, the number 4, has come up from the back. So plenty to aim at for young Tom. Plays it right-footed, and in the end, well, not really sure what he was trying to do with that. It was a chip come shot, and in the end it sailed over everybody and went behind. He's in reckoning for England schoolboys, is Tom Kay, in the South East division, as it is. Say made his first team debut on Saturday at Biggleswade and looked very, very assured for a 16-year-old. On this near side then, Gillingham doing that EFL thing of playing the ball out from the back with the goalkeeper, which don't often see that, probably at the level that we follow football at, but certainly I'm sure it's something Ware might have expected, as the ball's played forward to Stan Skipper. Skipper on this near side for Webster. Webster's ball forward, finds Bayliss, and he sends it down the left-hand touchline to Harry Waldock. And in the end, it's shepherded out of play by Charlie Ridley, and Ware will have a goal kick. Just 8 minutes gone. If you just joined us, welcome along. 90 minutes live on an unfamiliar Wednesday night. We come to you in association, of course, with Easy Shelf, our sponsors, who we thank very much. It's ball back inside the Gillingham half. A little bit of trip by Tywoo Pratt, but there wasn't a Ware player near enough to take advantage. Another long ball forward, looking once more for the on-running Josh Bayliss, but Nightingale's out and collects that quite comfortably. Nightingale's kick, decent one, midway inside the Gillingham half, skims off the head, and on this near side, well, the challenge that came in by Jake Collins, just a little bit too enthusiastic, and got a player down. In fact, it's Harry Webster who's down to the bit of it. I think it's his landing that caused the problem for the young fullback. So, going to have some treatment here. Not only here, of course, because of Easy Shelf, here because of a nice invite into the boardroom, aren't we?
We did, yeah, very nice. Got an invite from our young hostess in there, and offered a cup of tea and biscuits and everything. It was, most welcome, especially on a night as cold as tonight.
Absolutely, best boardroom he's been in, said the referee. Well done, Leah. Well, we will be following you on Instagram, by the way. And if you do want to follow us, we're on all the socials, of course. We're on Instagram, TikTok. I almost said Tick. Maybe that's a new one. TikTok, on Facebook, on the artist formerly known as Twitter, on YouTube. We're on all of them. So always nice to hear from you and the messages we get. And a lot of the young Ware lads started following us on Instagram when they knew we were doing this game, which is nice. Restarted, and Bayliss thumps the ball, and it comes off the back of Kai Summers and goes behind for Gillingham's second corner of the evening. If you just joined us, well, we're one down with a goal in the first minute scored by Josh Bayliss, and that came from a corner on this near side. Harry Webster, who's been restored to fitness, having got that bang, is going to take the corner, one arm up. This time goes to the far post. Nobody really gets hold of it. Tom Gay can't get there. Gillingham's still in possession, but then they give it away. And good hustle by Max Drayton to win the ball back for Ware. And in the end, the ball goes out, and it will be a throw-in to the home side. Bowers and Pitsey and May and Baker, well, that was the outstanding performance of Ware's run so far. 6-0 away from home with 6 separate goal scorers as Header comes in, and long ball forward, just can't get any real sustained possession at the moment as Gillingham come forward again, and the ball is fired in by the number 9 Garrett and takes a deflection, and they get themselves another corner, this time the first one from that far side, and we're struggling for that possession at the moment.
Yeah, it's just a case of, as we said, just trying to get hold of the ball a little bit and cause Gillingham some problems, and they've not managed to do that so far in the game, but hopefully that's going to come soon.
Gillingham look to cause another problem for the home side here with a long corner, goes over the top of everybody. It was Logan Dobbs who was coming in on the far post, but nobody was going to get that. And I must say, impressed by the crowd here. I think the first team would be happy with this size of crowd. This is, really great here, cheering the young lads on. Yeah,
I think it's fantastic. This near side, the stand side, they're all down by the dugout there, and cheering the young lads on. This main stand looks pretty full, and a few people on the other side, and a few behind the goals as well. So it's fantastic to see so many people here. As you say, cheering the youngsters on, and word certainly seems to have got around about this game.
Well, why not? Word got around about this team, what they've achieved so far in this competition. Perhaps been a little disappointing in the league. They've played 7-1-3 and lost 4. They're in 4th in the table at the moment. The Eastern Junior Alliance is divided into a number of different divisions, all named after colours, and where should be in the blue one, really, shouldn't they? But they're in the Eastern Junior Alliance yellow group. As Stan Skipper brings the ball forward once again for Gillingham, but It's a fairly aimless through ball that Ben Nightingale can come out and collect very comfortably on the edge of his 18-yard box. High kick from the young goalkeeper and controlled well to start with. Headed back inside that Gillingham half by Tom Kay. That was a good header down by Jamie Ford, but Ware couldn't take advantage of it. And the ball played forward to Garrett. Garrett wrestles his way around Charlie Ridley, and that's a good challenge in the end from Kai Summers. Gets his central defensive partner out of trouble. But certainly did look like a foul as Charlie Ridley felt it, and he's gone down after that challenge. But certainly all day long, a foul from here.
Yeah, definitely. I think the fantastic challenge that he's made, but does seem to have just caught him slightly. Thankfully, he's up on his feet and he's looking okay. So no need for his physio at the moment.
So Gillingham are going to restart with a throw-in on that far side. The goal scorer Josh Bayliss will take it. And it's going to be what we know as a Darian Furlong on this ground, I think, because looking at the way that everybody's organised around about the 6-yard box, this is going to be a long throw. And it is, and it's a pretty good one as well, where don't get it clear, but it breaks across the area. It's just outside the area now. Played on this near side, but Gillingham get it all wrong. It was Harry Waldock's ball, but Taiwo Pratt was clearly offside. Where restart, long ball forward. Got 3 players forward looking for this one. Gab Chaps couldn't get a hold of it. And on this near side ball's given away to Jamie Ford. Ford on his right hand side. He's isolated, got to do it all on his own. And in the end, ball just runs out of play. And Gillingham get themselves a throw in down by the corner flag on this near side of the field. And Stan Skipper plays the ball back, hemmed in by the corner flag, and chip it out. And good reading of the game by Charlie Ridley there as it went over the top of the number 9 Garrett, and he let it run through to Ben Nightingale. His kick though is picked off by Stan Skipper, but Skipper will get it back on the halfway line. He's given the ball away. And on this near side, it's Jake Collins making a run, but couldn't get there. And Guy Summers at the other end has to do the sweeping up job. Gets the ball back off Nightingale. Don't think he wanted it, but he's got it again as Kai Summers finds Tom Kay. Good ball on that far side to Max Drayton. Drayton, though, can't turn away from the attentions of Logan Dobbs. And the ball goes out for a throw-in to the Gills. These boys be looking to impress their new coach, of course, Stephen Clements, who was appointed today to take over. Keith Millen, the former Watford player, was in temporary charge at Priestfield Stadium, but Stephen Clements, who's fairly locally based, of course, former Tottenham player, son of the great Ray Clements. Ware have got themselves a free kick. Charlie Ridley's going to take it. He's about 15 yards inside the Gillingham half, left-hand side. They're all queuing up on the edge of the 18-yard box. High kick. Up go the edge. Gillingham don't deal with it, and there's claims for handball, but the referee gives it in the opposite direction. But just something maybe for Ware to think about, because Gillingham didn't deal with that at all.
No, they didn't, did they? And nice chance there. I think the crowd got a little bit excited first of all when the referee's whistle, but a few promising signs to starting to show from these youngsters. A couple of little chances, a couple of little breaks, and a couple of little chinks starting have been shown in that Gillingham defence. So it's something positive from these last few minutes.
Here they are playing their way out of the back again as Woodliff puts it back to his goalkeeper Toby Smith. And Smith plays it to Taiwo Pratt, who's allowed to advance to near the halfway line when he's put under pressure by Max Drayton and Jamie Ford. The ball finds its way to Woodliff on this near side. We're still in the Gillingham half. We're not any more though, because on the halfway line the ball is put down, looking for Garrett, who tried to control it with one foot and then put it off his own knee out of play for a throw in to Ware. She's headed towards Jamie Ford. He can't get hold of it though, and it's pushed back by De Wilde to his goalkeeper. Smith once again, short ball out to Taiwo Pratt. Not with a Ware, I think they're getting the idea here of trying to put a bit of a press on Gillingham and not letting them play it out of their area. Ben Nightingale's got to come out to the edge of his as Jimmy Heasham was closing in on the ball. Nightingale does well. I think they'll need to address that, don't they, with a bit of a press, because Gillingham getting it all their own way, playing the ball out their own half. Yeah,
that's the thing, isn't it? You know, we know teams do like to play that way, and I think they need something. Sorry to interrupt there, Simon. Jake Collins just brought down, and the referee doesn't give it either, and the ball breaks to the other end. And Ware get themselves a throw in. That was a decent run by the number 7, but the referee not impressed by the throw. More of the game being played in the Gillingham half here, and referee just having a look as Gab Chaps it was who was being pulled back, and the referee, let's see what he's given here. Is he going to wear a free kick, or is he going to restart the drop ball? I think he's going to restart the drop ball, so drop ball is going to be put at the feet of the number 4, Will De Wilde, and he will play it across his box to that right hand side. Back to Toby Smith, the goalkeeper. Chips it out right side for Gillingham. Dobbs plays it further down the line, looking for Heasham. But Ware sort that one out, and still midway inside their own half. Max Drayton plays it, but it's missed by Summers and will go behind for a corner. I'll be happy with that one. Inside the Ware dugout, just a little bit of lapse of concentration gives Gillingham their 4th corner of the evening, which will be taken by Josh Bayliss on that far side of the field. 2 central defenders have come up again. Another one drifted across the box, and it goes all the way across the box, and referee spots an infringement in there. So apart from that first one, where obviously the goal was scored, Ware have dealt with the corners pretty well. Yeah, they have. And those other, they've obviously changed their corners up. They've got a few different corner routines to go through. But that first one is the one that worked for them, and their preceding corners haven't, as you say, haven't really come to anything.
Ball in the Gillingham half. They're getting it away though. Here's Gabriel Chaps. Chaps plays the ball inside. Decent looking ball. Bit of football from Ware. Tom Gay finds Max Drayton on that far side. Drayton pushes it inside for Alex Laws, but in the end can't collect the second pass, and Gillingham will have a throw in. Far side of the field. Long ball forward by Taiwo Pratt on the halfway line. Skids off the head of Guy Summers. And Charlie Ridley can put it all the way back to his goalkeeper Ben Nightingale. Nightingale right-footed downfield. Taiwo Pratt's got that under control. Finds Heasham on the far side. Heasham turns from right to left on the halfway line. The ball now threaded out on that far side to Josh Bayliss. Bayliss plays it centre for Stan Skipper under challenge from Tom Kay. Bit of keep ball from Gillingham. Ball put through on that far side. Looking at Dobbs, but that's a good challenge coming in from Charlie Armitage. And there will be a throw in to Gillingham. Gillingham player has gone down. Harry Waldock, I think it is over there. No, not Harry Waldock. It's actually Dobbs, the right fullback, Logan Dobbs, who felt the worst of that. But Gillingham got themselves a throw in as the limping Logan Dobbs, wearing number 2, will take it. Plays it back towards the halfway line, and indeed back into his own half. Stan Skipper has it on the edge of the centre circle. Now comes across the halfway line. Plays it on this near side, and here's Josh Bayliss. Bayliss to Waldock. Waldock controls it again, finds Bayliss. 3 Ware defenders there. Tom Gay is one of them, and he does well to win the ball. But in the end, Ware have given it away again. Bayliss' cross goes to the far post. Hisham had a golden opportunity to make it 2-0 on the edge of the 6-yard box. Fluffed his lines and miskicked the ball behind.
Yeah, I think we've got away with one there, and we really should have been looking to put that one away. But thankfully, from a Ware perspective, he's failed to do so, and it's gone out for a goal kick.
Jimmy Hisham should have done better. Not been many opportunities, certainly none really for Ware, one end, and only a couple for Gillingham at the other, including the goal. As Tom Gay's ball on that far side looks to search out Max Drayton. But Hisham will police it out of play, but it did take a Gillingham touch, so Ware will have a throw in, which Charlie Armitage, their left full-back, will take. Armitage, throw that went up in the air, and Gillingham sorted out as Stan Skipper. Look, you would think, on this near side for Harry Webster. Webster plays the ball inside once again to his captain. Puts it all the way back to Toby Smith, the goalkeeper. Patient play by the visitors as the ball is still deep inside their half. Jamie Ford closes down Tyward Pratt, but Smith has the ball, finds Stan Skipper. Skipper just gets away from Gab Champs, plays it to Webster on this near side. Skipper will get it back, and we're just putting Gillingham under a bit of pressure. And the ball having to find its way back to the goalkeeper, Toby Smith. 24 minutes first half gone here at Wadsham Park in the first round of the FA Youth Cup. 90 minutes live with Beaton Simon in association with Easy Shelf. We're trailing by a goal to nil and got defending to be done here as the number 7 goes through, puts it past Ben Nightingale, and Harry Waldock makes it Ware 0, Gillingham 2. They were claiming offside. They're all looking, but the referee's assistant on the far side, he and referee are not interested, and Ware go 2 behind.
Well, I mean, obviously that's something we can look back on the video. I didn't see anything offside on where he'd run through, but one-on-one with the keeper. Ben Nightingale has come out trying to close the shot down and narrow the angle. But he's come off him and rolled into the net, so make it 2-0 to the Gillingham.
Well, 25 minutes gone. And Ware were 2-0 up at half-time in the last round, of course. Find themselves 2 goals behind and in unfamiliar territory in this run in the FA Youth Cup, which before tonight had only conceded 2 goals in 3 games. 2 in 25 minutes here. The Gillingham side, who at the moment looking in control. Plenty of time though. 1 goal back could change all that. Long ball by Tom Kay. Here's Jamie Ford, who's come a little bit deep to get some possession. Ware coming forward now, but pass forward is overhit. Chaps can't get it, and Woodliff just lofts it into the Ware half for Charlie Ridley to run and go for safety first and put it out of play. In front of the Ware dugout is Bayliss, who started to roll off within the first minute. But, foul given against Collins for his foul on Harry Waldock, who scored the second just a couple of moments ago. So Gillingham got themselves a free kick. About 25 yards out, left-hand side. And we're pulling everybody bar Jamie Ford and Max Drayton back. And got a 2-man wall of sorts in the way, which is Jake Collins and Tom Kay. And Nightingale just pointing out where he wants them to be. So the free kick to be taken on this near side. Long ball from Webster to the far post, volleyed down. But, I think it was Logan Dobbs who was on the end of it in the end, but got it all wrong. And it harmlessly goes past the post. Well, Simon is here. We'll have a half-time sequence coming up at half-time, so don't go away. We'll tell you a little about Gillingham, and we will be unveiling another Muppets link. And hopefully we'll keep that going for a bit through the season. That found a corker for tonight. Tom Gay puts it forward to Jamie Ford. He looked for chaps and rather fortuitously the Wild was in the way and headed it down. So Toby Smith is back in possession. And the Gillingham goal on this near side. Ware get it back though. He's got chaps and he's pulled down and Ware do get themselves a free kick. The Wild is protesting innocence to the referee, but the referee has given Ware the opportunity to get a foothold back into this tie here. They're probably 25 out, just to the right-hand side of the D, on the edge of the 18-yard box, and already with the ball is Charlie Armitage, who fancies it, number 3. So the left full-back, he's got 4 in the Gillingham wall, with Stan Skipper just to the right of them as well. Referee makes sure the wall is as far back as it needs to be. Free kick going to come in from Armitage here with the left foot then. Here we go, Armitage straight into the wall and kick clear. Didn't get the height on it, didn't really seem to have the power on it as well, to be honest, to cause a problem. So an opportunity is spurned by Ware. With 16 minutes of the first half remaining. They trail here by 2-0. Gillingham looking to advance in this competition. Last season they got to the 4th round, got knocked out by Preston, who then got knocked out by Southampton in the quarter-finals. So there's a good pedigree about them in this competition last year, the Gills. Ware, contrastingly, lost 3-2 against Grays. Bit of a shock to the system for them. There's throw to Gillingham on this near side is Bayliss. Bayliss for Webster. Webster back further into his own half, and Tom Gay puts it forward. It's Gabriel Chaps with a chance, finds it in. And the first time Toby Smith has had to make a save and does it well as he pushes the ball behind for a corner.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good chance for Ware. Good chance. Gabriel Chaps just took it. He's tried to fire it first time past the, the keeper had come slightly off his line out towards him, but a good save from him, and something for the Ware boys to cheer about, and something to get this crowd going, and another positive for them to take.
Let's hope the corner's positive. Tom Gay it is who's got the responsibility of taking it. Gillingham pulled everybody back inside their 18-yard area. So here comes the corner from young Tom. It's a decent one as well. Header comes in. Oh, it's headed off the line. It was Kai Sommer's header, and headed off the line by Webster, I think, as Jake Collins goes down on this near side. Ware have got another free kick, but inches away from getting back into the game. Yeah,
I mean, another great opportunity, great save. Great stop on the line as well. This is the sort of thing that Ware need. A little bit of positive movement. A couple of chances that they've had recently. Something to get this crowd going. You've got some more people moving behind the goal now to cheer these young boys on. And this is what we need. We know what happens. In the FA Cup with the first team here. Once the crowd get going and get them up, and it really gives them a lift. So hopefully that will do the same for these young boys as well.
Charlie Armitage will take the free kick. Gillingham got some big lads in there, but haven't dealt well with the aerial ball so far. Let's see what Charlie can provide us with here. Once again, everybody in black and white inside their own 18-yard box. Here it comes, goes to the far post. Oh, coming in was Summers again, but this time he couldn't get his head to the ball. And it goes behind for a goal kick. But it has been surprising. I mean, those the two central defenders are probably the biggest lads on the park, but not dealt well with the ball when it's come into their area in the air.
No, they haven't. They've been caused a couple of problems by the balls in the air. And obviously, we know, being tall doesn't necessarily mean you're going to deal with things fantastically. It doesn't make you necessarily better at jumping or anything like that. So obviously that's a factor in the problems that they're having.
Good spring at the back by Guy Summers to head the goal kick, but it's Gillingham almost back in possession. Josh Bayliss rather. That's the ball out of play. There's another foul inside the Ware half. So they will have a free kick, which is not taken from the right place on that far side. So it's going to have to be taken again. It's going to be Charlie Ridley who's going to take it for Ware. High one, as high as to deny it. Up goes Gav Chaps. He gets a little bit on it, and in the end it's an overhead kick from Dobbs, which puts the ball out on the far side and gives Ware a throw in, which Armitage will take midway inside the Gillingham half. Gav Chaps offers himself, but Armitage then goes for Drayton and can't get the ball across, and in the end another one onto the pitch behind and has to come out from the dugout. But all promising signs, it's got to be said, in the last 5 minutes that we're getting to grips with things here.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we said before, that's the sort of thing they need to give them a bit of confidence. Cause Gillingham some troubles. We've seen already so far that there's been a couple of slips and a couple of times they've lost possession in defence. So do that, keep that going. And as we said, they seem to be pressing them a little bit more in defence as well. So put that pressure on them, and that can often lead to a mistake, and that can obviously get them back into the game.
Ball in the Gillingham half. It's a long kick forward by Taiwo Pratt, but we're equal to that. Tom Gay chests it down inside the centre circle, plays the ball on this near side. Looking for Jake Collins. The idea was good, but the execution didn't get a number 7 on the ball. Still patient play out by Gillingham, and Ware are putting a bit of a press on here. Max Drayton comes in. He didn't win the ball, but that's much better from the young Ware team. And Gav Chaps has got the ball back midway inside the Gillingham half, goes down under pressure, and referee waves play on, and away comes Gillingham on this near side with Waldock. Waldock's ball to Garrett. Garrett against Charlie Ridley. Garrett turning left, turning right, goes down under challenge from Charlie Ridley, and he's going to get himself a yellow card. So,
well, there you go. I mean, give credit to the referee for that. He's obviously, thought he's trying to win the penalty, and he's blew his whistle straight away. He pointed in the direction for a Ware free kick. As you can hear, the big cheer from the crowd, and he's earned himself a yellow card. And that's obviously we know it happens in the game, but you don't want to see that at this level, do we?
No, certainly not. But it's good defending by young Charlie Ridley. As the kick is taken by Nightingale. Once more, not really dealt with in the air by Gillingham, but in the end they do manage to get it clear. Summers heads it down on the halfway line. Bit of a mad chase for the ball. This time Waldock goes down on the challenge from Tom Kay, and Gillingham will have a free kick. Played backwards into their own half. Here's Stan Skipper. Skipper plays the ball to De Wilde. Plays the ball on the far side for Logan Dobbs. Logan Dobbs' long ball forward. That's Josh Bayliss going down the right-hand touchline. Kai Summers is the Ware defender. Back to Dobbs. Dobbs will play it to De Wilde. De Wilde under pressure from Gav Chaps, but maintains his possession of the ball. Dobbs has got it again. This time it's Waldock. Sends Dobbs going down that right-hand side. Early cross, and Nightingale didn't gather it, but in the end it was decent defending by Alawuja, who puts the ball off the Gillingham player and behind for a goal kick. 9 minutes before the break here on 90 Minutes Live in association with Easy Shelf. Ware 0, Gillingham 2 so far in the FA Youth Cup first round. Telling you at half-time where we'll be on Saturday. As, Gav Chaps this time protested innocence, and the referee gives Gillingham a free kick. 10 yards inside their own half. Stan Skipper, who does the job of his name, plays the ball forward, gets it back over Bayliss. Skipper again to De Wilde, the number 4. De Wilde plays it out for Logan Dobbs. Dobbs back into his own half for Taiwo Pratt. Jamie Ford was there, but big central defender turns away from him, finds Bayliss, and a couple of players go down in a heap, and Gillingham will come up with a free kick. Taken back into their own half is Will De Wilde. Wild on this near side for Woodliff. Woodliff's long ball was trying to release Bayliss on that right-hand side, but he overcooked it, and ball goes out of play for a goal kick to Ware. Tell it's November, it's got that kind of sheen on top of the pitch, isn't it? That makes you feel cold just looking at it.
Yeah, it has, isn't it? I mean, obviously, we saw a lot of rain today, so I think that's obviously got something to do with it. And, we've seen a couple of players slip on it already, which can be what happens on this surface when it's a little bit wet. But at least, obviously, with the amount of rain that we had today, we knew the game was going to be on.
Yep, always the case here at Watson Park. As ball is threaded back all the way to square one, and goalkeeper Toby Smith. This side he finds Woodliff, who's immediately put under pressure by Collins, so let's turn it back to his goalkeeper. He finds Stan Skipper, and Skipper will bring in Dan Taiwo Pratt. He's the Wild for Gillingham, chips the ball on this near side, looking for the overlapping Webster, but as Simon was saying, the ball skips off the turf and goes out for a throw-in to Ware, 7 minutes before the break. Ware, well, they want to get him into the dressing room and talk to them. The other thing you've got to say about this Ware side is they are a very young team at this level, which could be as Skipper comes forward, fires in a shot, gets it all wrong and puts it into the trees behind the goal. But they are a very young side, and plenty of time. If this team stays together, then a lot of them can still play in this competition this time next year. With this level of experience, could be another interesting journey. Ben Nightingale will take the goal kick off the head in the end of Alex Laws, but goes all the way through. Collins has put him under pressure though, and here's Max Drayton. Goes around two, fires it in the net, and what a goal by young Max Drayton. Ware are right back in it. Fancy footwork by the number 11. Ware 1, Gillingham 2.
Oh, fantastic goal, and that's what I was saying earlier about trying to put the pressure on the Gillingham defence. They're going with this high press, and that's what's happened. They've forced the mistake. He's trying to keep the ball for the keeper to come and get it. They put him under pressure, got back into this game, and perfect time as well. Got back into this game and make it 2-1 just before half time.
5 minutes before half time, great time going back on Watson Park. Showed a yellow card there. Was that to the Wild?
No, it was just to
Woodliff.
Yeah. I think for obviously holding the ball and not having a little bit of a tussle with the Ware players.
Once again, they're putting the pressure under Gillingham with that press, and it's doing the job because the Gills look shaky at the back. No doubt about that.
And this is what I meant earlier as well before when I said about the games for the men's first team in the FA Cup. You can really feel the crowd starting to lift them now, and this is exactly what these boys need.
Hemel Hempstead a couple of years ago, Gillingham, well, who knows, throw comes in, and once again they don't deal with it in the air, but in the end they get a free kick, manage a chance to clear their lines, but it's got to be said, when that ball came across, though, Max Drayton had a lot to do, and he did it very well. Footwork took him around 2 or 3 defenders before he buried it past Toby Smith, who had no chance whatsoever, the young goalkeeper. He's been at Gillingham a while. He joined him when he was 9. So, well used to things as the ball finds its way all the way through to his opposite number, Ben Nightingale. Didn't have a lot of chance with the 2 goals. Pulled up a decent save inside the opening minute. And here's Gabriel Chaps. Plays the ball here to Collins. Collins shot. Oh, surely he's pushed over by the referee. But it's still in Ware possession, and Jamie Ford manages to win a corner. But, well, it's another one we'd like to look at on the video, because I think that was a half-decent shout there.
Well, I mean, to me it looked like he shoved him over. The crowd seemed to think as well, but the referee wasn't interested at all. And as you say, another moment that we need to have a look at.
Home side in the ascendancy. Webster's corner goes to the far post, over the top of everybody, including the late arriving Guy Summers, who was on the far post. But certainly plenty for the crowd here, and the Ware coaching team to think about at half-time. I've been given some confidence of the young Ware lads, and certainly it's all about Gillingham's insistence on playing the ball from inside their own half, and Ware's press is causing the big problems. And once again, the Wilds put under pressure. Ridley finds Webster on this near side, who just has to thump it clear, and Charlie Ridley puts it out for a throw-in to Gillingham. 2-1 here to the visitors, but very much game on at Watson Park. Gillingham took a 2-goal lead, but that one from Max Drayton has kept the crowd very much on the edge of their seats here. As the ball comes across, though, to Garrett inside the area. He's still there, is Garrett. Garrett, though, will have to put it all the way back to Webster. Neat footwork by the number 3, brings in Bayliss on this near side. Goes around one. Collins is now hassling him away, and in the end, the referee gives a goal kick. Good work by Jake Collins. Where's number 7 on this near side of the field? I think, to be fair to the referee, I think he could have given a foul for that one. So I think you know what he's going to give and not, I think.
Yeah, I think it's, he's looking for something completely clear cut, isn't he? But as you say, they'll be looking for another. The Ware management team, they'll be thinking about what they're going to say at half time, and I bet these Gillingham players and the Gillingham management team can't wait to get them in the dressing room at half time as well.
Yeah, most certainly. Ware got a throw in right in front of us here. Oluwaja, the right full-back, will take it. It's with Bayliss for Gillingham, but it goes down. Where I've got another throw in here, which Oluwaja will be midway inside the Gillingham half, the number 2, and he takes this one. Gab Chaps controls it well, tries to turn away. He's a bit isolated down there, still got the ball. That's the number 10, and manages to get a ball across and lands on the roof of the net. And just for a minute, you saw Toby Smith's face there, thinking, oh dear. But in the end, it was good for Gillingham as it landed on top of the goal net. Time up at the end of the first 45. It's been entertaining first 45 here at Watson Park. Time added on we're into as the header comes in from Laws but goes out beyond the low stand on that far side for a throw-in to be taken on the halfway line by Logan Dobbs. Dobbs, the Wild in possession inside the centre circle, plays out on this near side to Harry Webster. Webster's ball down the line, looking for Josh Bayliss. Bayliss, first time cross, bounces off for Charlie Ridley, and will give Gillingham their 5th corner of the evening, which will be taken in stoppage time at the end of the first half in this FA Youth Cup first round tie. Once again, it's going to be Harry Webster, the number 3, who will take it for Gillingham. Ware have kept a couple forward, midway inside their own half. Here comes Webster's corner, goes to the far post, and that's too long for everybody. Johnny Ford lets it go, and Ware will have themselves a throw-in as the referee looks at his watch. Throw-in's going to be taken down by the corner flag by Charlie Armitage. Armitage's throw lands almost at the feet of Jamie Ford. Oh, that's good challenge. Well, good challenge came in from Alex Laws. I thought he got the ball at that time. The referee gives Gillingham a free kick. Nice. Paul Halsey's got a job tonight, he's bringing the gauge out. He's a man of many talents, isn't he?
Yeah, you've got to keep him busy. He's got to earn his wages somehow, hasn't he?
Free kick to Gillingham then, defending to be done before the half-time cup here for Ware. It's a decent-looking kick as well, and Logan Dobbs went in, and just the faintest of deflection, I think it probably was off Alex Laws in the end, gives Gillingham another corner. 47 on the watch at the end of the first half here at Watson Park. It's Harry Webster again who's going to take the corner from this near side for the visiting Gillingham. Long one again, he's over hit it. Again, it's gone over everybody, and that's going to be the final action of what's been a cracking first half here at Watson Park. We stand here at Ware 1, Gillingham 2.
Well, great first half from the Ware boys. Obviously, it took them a little bit of time to get into the game, but once they started dealing with that Gillingham back line and started to press them, and they caused them some real troubles at the back, and obviously that's where the goal come from. And I think, interestingly enough, Pete, them last couple of goal kicks, obviously where you had Tyrell Pratt taking the goal kick and passing it back to Toby Smith, the goalkeeper. The last couple of goal kicks, they've gone long, and Toby Smith has taken the wrong kick. So maybe they've had a little bit of a change of idea, and we'll be interested in the second half to see how if they still try and continue playing it out from the back like they were. But positives to take for the Ware boys. I'm sure they would have wanted the half to continue a little bit, because they was on the ascendancy a little bit and causing Gillingham some problems. But half-time score 2-1, and as you say, they are still well in this game.
Yeah, most definitely well in the game. You have to laugh, didn't you? Paul Wolsey stood in the cage and he couldn't resist having just a little bit of a word with the referee as he went past him.
No, he didn't.
Down the tunnel.
I don't believe it.
He did. I saw him. Guilty as charged. Okay, welcome to the half-time sequence here on 90 Minutes Live in association with Easy Shelf. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Gillingham. Probably know it's in Kent, but do you know that it was actually named after Lord Gillingham? He was back there in the 10th century, and his name was from the Old English word Gillian, which actually means to shout. And evidently that's what he did, because he was notable in Kent history and led his men into battle screaming and shouting. So that's where Gillingham got his name. It's home to the Royal Engineers Band and also the Royal Engineers Museum, where you can see a piece of the Berlin Wall, a V2 rocket, and the world's first ever powered torpedo. And Gillingham themselves, they started out as New Brompton. Their first match was on the 2nd of September 1893. They lost 5-1 to Woolwich Arsenal reserves with an attendance of 2,000. So we're just having a look here at that one that we thought was a penalty. And, well, I don't know what you make of that, Simon, but...
Well, I mean, it looks like he's just taken a shot and the defender's coming back and he's caught his leg as he's coming behind. So, I think, obviously, I think that's a worthwhile shout.
It certainly was, but it wasn't given, unfortunately. The other thing Gillingham have got, of course, I don't know whether this is still going, but they used to have the best title for a fanzine ever. What on earth it means, I've got no... Well, I suppose I've got a little bit of idea. But the Gillingham fanzine was called Brian Moore's Head Looks Uncannily Like the London Planetarium. That was the fanzine of Gillingham FC, which, that's pretty good. Getting the London Planetarium into a fanzine title. And it must be a very wide publication to fit on the top.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Was it an A5 size fanzine to get that title on there, yeah.
Well, the Brian Moore connection, there is a Brian Moore connection with Gillingham, because he was man of Gillingham, the great football commentator who covered 9 World Cups, 20 FA Cup finals, and also was the voice and the face of the big match, if we all remember watching that on a Sunday. They're repeating it actually on TV, aren't they? I can't remember what channel it is, but...
ITV4 or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But, so Brian Moore, man of Gillingham, as was William Adams. No, probably haven't heard of him quite as famously, because he was around in 1600 and he was the first Englishman to reach Japan. He was made a samurai, which presumably means he got his own sword. I don't know. But he was a major influence in forming the Japanese Navy, because he helped them to build boats. So that was William Adams. Dee Murray, sadly no longer with us, was the bass player in Elton John's band. He was born in Gillingham. And likewise Gary Rhodes, of course, the famous spiky-haired chef, the fronted MasterChef UK and USA. OK, Yeah, you're waiting for it.
I've been waiting all day for this. Well, I've been waiting since last night for it, actually.
Okay, here comes the link. Now, the link revolves around a man that was born just outside Gillingham but spent his early years living in Gillingham, and that was David Frost, TV host and journalist. Hello, good evening and welcome and all that stuff. The man that interviewed Richard Nixon and Muhammad Ali, but in 1971, in December, on the David Frost Show, he interviewed Muppets founder Jim Henson along with Kermit the Frog and Rolf the Dog. So there's your connection with Gillingham.
Well, brilliant. I mean, I know you know, but, this has got to carry on every week now. We've got to have a Muppets link every week. It's what's going to happen. That's what we've got to do.
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
90 Minutes Live in association with Easy Shelf and mentoring the Muppets. That's going to be our new title. Okay, where are we going to be on Saturday? Where are we going to be? How many miles is it? I think it's about 3, is it? Or
I'd say 3.5 miles, something like that.
3.5 miles down the road, because we're going to be at the Smile IT Stadium and we're going to be watching the Hertford Town take on North Lee, which I think has got a really interesting look about it, because Hertford have scored 10 in their last 2 games. Yeah, OK, one of them was in the County Cup against Enfield, but the other one wasn't. It was against Tame United. And North Lee came with Grubber on Saturday, so it could be a really interesting game.
Yeah, it could. I mean, I saw something on Twitter earlier as well, that it could be 5 home wins in a row. So, I mean, fantastic. As you say, when we last spoke to Ben, he was saying about, them needing to score goals. Obviously, they've done that in the last couple of games. And, it's going to be an interesting game. We know what sort of things to expect from North Lee, so I'm very much looking forward to Saturday.
Yeah, very much. I mean, players in form: Brian Garzon, Send Edge, Wilson Burnell, Harry Gilzine at the back. Some real good young talents at Hertford these days. Talking of young talent, by the way, as far as we know, Ronnie Wraith is the Ware under-13s player. As far as we know, he's still on the road to recovery. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, he's obviously it's small steps for him, but it's hopefully he'll be back to fighting fit and making an appearance down here to see his teammates at some time in the future.
Yeah, and also the large poster they put up just to the left of the goal away to our right as well, which was a nice touch by the club. And also, Ronnie's recovery fund will be added to by the proceeds of a charity mediumship night. I'd never heard of mediumship, but it's a night full of mediums, so I suppose I should have seen it coming, shouldn't I? But, it's a charity mediumship night here at Watson Park, Saturday the 11th of November. That's on Saturday week. Starts at 7 p.m. and tickets are £10, and our good friend Hayley Spink will give you a ticket if you give her a call on 07542 379 789, or if you email Hayley at hayleyspink@btinternet.com. So if you want to make your way, £10 a ticket, and it will go to young Ronnie's recovery. On to the Golden Boot. Plenty well. Everybody in the top 6 is into double figures now in the Golden Boot. So everyone going well, but going better than everyone. Got a hat-trick on Saturdays. Jamie Marshall of Hertford Heath. He's now leapt to the top of the board with 17 so far this season for a Hertford Heath side who have acquitted themselves really well in the Premier Division of the Hart Senior County League, having been promoted last season. Evan Mabona, 15 for Hatfield Town, and his strike partner, Kamari Collington, has got 13. Louis Debnan got a few for Westmill. He's now up to 11. And then 2 AFC Welland players, Charlie Ewood and Kendall Giamphy, have both got 10. That tells you something about our local footballers. You've got to get into double figures now to get into the top 5.
Yeah, absolutely. You think it's only at the start of November. Well, obviously, those games were played towards the end of October. So it's really promising. And I have got news for the women's Golden Boot for you, but I'm going to bring you news from the women's FA Cup. So obviously the last time I spoke to you, I was saying about our two teams that were remaining in it. Watson Park Ladies, they hosted Luton Town Ladies in the third qualifying round, and Luton Town Ladies ended up 2-1 winners, and of course it was Christina O'Connor who got the goal for Watson Park, and the other team that was left in the FA Cup was Hertford Town Women, and they played Fakenham Town Ladies, and Fakenham Town were 1-0 up at half time. It went in, came out for the second half. Hertford had made a couple of substitutions, Ellie Young being one of them, and she equalised in the 46th minute. So, a tactical substitution, I'm sure, for Tom Carr and Tyler Buxley and Danny and the team there. Took until the 88th minute for anything else to happen. Kaylee Clark hit a shot from 35 yards. I don't know if you've seen it on Twitter, Pete, but it's absolutely brilliant shots. Looped over the goalkeeper reaching for it, and that made it 2-1. So they are through to the first qualifying, and they've got a home tie against Eastern Region Women's Football League Premier Division side Haringey Borough. That's on the 12th of November at 2 o'clock down at the Smile IT Stadium. And Haringey Borough, they are second in the league, so they've got 19 points from 8 games. And they've scored a whopping 33 goals for and conceded 8 in the league, and scored 13 and 0 against in the cup, and they beat Langford Ladies 5-0 in that third qualifying round. Now Hertford, I think this is brilliant, Pete, because we know Danny Barley, he was really working to try and get some sponsorship for the girls before the season. And already from the FA Cup run, they've made £7,000 in prize money, and for this next round, the winners get £6,000 in prize money, and the losers get £1,500. So that's already £8,500 into the coffers for them, which I think is absolutely brilliant. And obviously, so I'll tell you the Eastern Region Women's Football League Division 1 South, how that's going in the table. Hertford are fourth. They've got 10 points from 6 games. They lost 3-0 at the weekend to Watford. They've got 100% record, 15 points from 5. And Watson Park are 7th in the table there. They've got 8 from 8. And teams are just coming out, so I'll just quickly give you the Golden Boots. We have got Laura Cousins from Sherrard's Wood. She's leading the way on 11. Second place, her teammate Claire Cranfield is on 8. We have 2 Bury Rangers players, both next on 7, with Katie Deeprose and Jessica Duff. And then on 6, we've got Paige Pryor from St Margaret's Bury Ladies and Christina O'Connell from Watson Park Ladies. So that's the top 6 in the women's Golden Boot.
Wow, that's good stuff, and that is a lot of money at Hertford's level for women's football, so well done to them.
Sorry, Pete, I think the thing is from there, as we say, we know the men's prize money is, a couple of £1 million or whatever to the winners. But if you take that into context, the winners for the Women's World Cup only get £100,000. So I think that sort of prize money at this stage is absolutely fantastic for them.
Yeah, they can do a lot with that, and good luck to the girls. Well, teams are back out, and I noticed a little spring in the step from Ware's players as they emerged out of the tunnel. They're going to be kicking from right to left in this second half. They trail by 2-1, but they are no way out of this game because they were the better side for the last 10-15 minutes of that first half. No changes at half time. Take you through the 2 lineups when we get an appropriate break in play. But we're just about to restart here on 90 Minutes Live in association with our sponsors Easy Shelf. As referee, let's have a look around. I think the referee thought there'd been a substitution, but I can't see anybody that's missing from that opening. Interesting kick-off here. You've got 5 Ware players on the halfway line, and once again they've all broken too soon. I've got to reset the watch. But there's 5 players. One taking the kick, who's Jake Collins, and then you've got 4 in front of us here on this near side. Ball played back, long ball forward by Tom Kay, headed out by Woodliff, back in by Jamie Ford. Woodliff high, up and under. Tom Kay does well to win it. Jamie Ford couldn't get a hold of it, and in the end the ball will break on this side, but it's thumped towards Toby Smith in the Gillingham goal. Smith bowls in out, and once more the Ware press looks to cause Gillingham some problems as Toby Smith miscues, puts the ball out. The dugouts fielded by Kevin Coon.
Oh, this is fantastic. I mean, the amount of people behind the goal, cheering those boys on, that's brilliant. I mean, look at them all there.
Well, there's a few schoolmates there, I should think. They talk at a school tomorrow. A few of these kids, of course, when we attend Chauncey School in Ware. There's Toby Smith on the edge of his area, and once more, Ford doing a good job, closing down the space. Headed down by Guy Summers. Laws just nudged into the back there of Eaton, and Gav Chaps is brought down by De Wild inside the centre circle, so Ware will have themselves a free kick. It took about 25 minutes to get into this game, but since they did, every bit on a level with the AFL youngsters. Charlie Ridley will take the kick from the halfway line. Ridley's kick going that far side. Ware get one ahead there, and just couldn't bring it down. Gav Chaps in the end, and the ball will go behind for a goal kick. So Ware have got Ben Nightingale in goal. Olu Alayuja is the right back. Charlie Armitage the left back. 2 central defenders, Kai Summers and Charlie Ridley. Tom Kay and Alex Laws in the centre of midfield. Max Drayton on one side, Jake Collins on the other. Jamie Ford through the middle with Gav Chaps playing just behind him. So that's Ware's line-up. Give you Gillingham's in a moment as they're in possession here. The ball played on this near side to Logan Dobbs, but he puts the ball out and the ball goes out for a throw-in to Ware, which will be taken by Charlie Armitage, the left fullback. Gillingham get it back though with Stan Skipper. Do you get the feeling the next goal in this game is going to be pretty vital? Linesman's flag goes up on this near side, so Gillingham with Toby Smith in goal, Logan Dobbs at right back. The left back is Harry Webster. 2 central defenders then, Taiwo Pratt and Josh Woodliff. Will De Wild and Stan Skipper in the centre of midfield. Josh Bayliss and Harry Waldock and Jimmy Heasham in support of Kai Garrett up front. So that's the 2 teams. Here's Max Drayton. Scored that excellent goal 5 minutes before half time. Ball put in by Armitage, and Gillingham aren't too sure again. The ball finally is scuffed forward though and finds Kai Garrett. Garrett's ball looking for Jimmy Heasham on this near side. Heasham does well to keep it in. Turns inside Armitage, turns outside, trips over the ball but still manages to get it. Then puts it hopefully across the box where it's caught up with by Harry Waldock on that far side for the Gills. Waldock goes backwards and then the ball's put across by Webster. Good header comes in by Armitage. Chaps has got the ball midway inside the Ware half. Here's Max Drayton. Drayton tries to go round Logan Dobbs, but Dobbs comes away with the ball. Chance perhaps for Gillingham to break forward here. Heasham's ball, but Gav Chaps does well to rob him. And the ball thumped towards Jamie Ford, who can't get his head to it. And the ball goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Toby Smith. It's been played at a really good pace, this game. And for anybody that hasn't seen much youth football, it's a really good advert. As the ball finds its way to De Wild, midway inside his own half for Gillingham. Searches out Heasham on this near side. Heasham misses the ball, but still has a chance to go back for it and plays it for Stan Skipper. Skipper's ball brings in Bayliss. Bayliss' ball forward finds Garrett. Garrett's ball back to the Wild. The Wild on that far side for Webster. Keep ball at the moment by Gillingham, but in the end they give the ball away, and Charlie Ridley gets a boot in there. Gav Chapso can't clear his lines, and Gillingham get the ball back with Skipper. Skipper and the Wild, very much partnership in that central midfield for Gillingham. Ball down that left-hand touch line. Challenge comes in for Alawuja. Waldock hits the side, but it'll be a throw-in to Gillingham. Throw-in will be taken by the left full-back, Harry Webster. Webster looking for some movement. Finds the Wild. Chaps puts the challenge in, but the ball goes out for another Gillingham throw-in. Here's Kai Garrett. Left-hand edge of the box. Finds Bayliss. Good challenge coming in from Guy Summers, and that was good enough to force the mistake from Gillingham, and the ball goes behind for a goal kick, which Ben Nightingale in the lime green. Fred Burbage goalkeeping outfit, isn't it? The lime green.
It is, yeah.
Not quite as big as Fred's, that one, though, it's got to be said. As Gab Chaps on the halfway line, loses out to the Wild. Stan Skipper gets it for Gillingham. Under pressure from Tom Kay, he finds Logan Dobbs. The Wild gets it again on the halfway line, chips it down this line, looking for Isham. He'll do well to keep it in, and does so. And Armitage is the defender and does a good job in the end, because he blocks the ball. It comes back off the Gillingham number 11 and goes behind for a throw-in. Where subs, by the way, Max Holland, Frankie Samford, George Evans, Ethan Otley, Billy Hickman and Jasper Norman. On the bench, 6 subs for each side. The ball on this side with Logan Dobbs. Dobbs plays the ball inside for Skipper, who's put under pressure by Lords, and Gab Chaps does well to rob Dobbs of the ball. Tries to lob the ball from inside his own half over the goalkeeper. We've seen a couple from the halfway line. Wilson Bird, Elvar and James Koloski for Welling Garden City so far in 90 minutes live, but that one was not really close to doing the job, was it?
No, I think that was a little bit too hopeful.
Meanwhile, Toby Smith has gone down under challenge from Jamie Ford. Don't think there was anything in it at all. I don't think the referee thinks either, but he's going to be a free kick to Gillingham inside their own box. 7 minutes gone. They're here on 90 Minutes Live on a Wednesday night with Pete and Simon in association with Easy Shelf tonight, bringing you youth football. Step 4 football, of course, every Saturday. This Saturday we'll be watching Hartford take on Northley. As Ridley's ball forward is a decent one in the end, and brings in Collins. Collins does well, and Collins is shrugged aside by the Wild. And again, you wonder about the referee, because Jake Collins is looking round saying, well, surely that was a free kick, but referee didn't give it. But no damage done for Ware. The ball's deep inside the Gillingham half, with Logan Dobbs, who's advancing just a little bit too far out the touchline. Is he? No, the referee wants a little bit of word with the Ware management team. So that's happens here a bit with management teams, isn't it? Mentioning no names, because we know he's here. It's a throw taken by Dobbs. It's good strength shown by Hesham to win another throw for Gillingham in front of us on this near side. I
mean, I do think they've got a fair point about, giving that shout, but if you think, obviously the ref's been consistent, those sort of challenges, he's not been giving them all game, has he? So he's been fair to both sides on that situation.
Yep. It's, at least what we want is some consistency, and we've got that from the referee, whether the decisions are right or not. But at least we have got some consistency. Stan Skipper picking up a decent space, and in the end played the ball through to Harry Waldock, but he was offside on that far side. Just drifts into that kind of area, Stan Skipper on occasions, behind the front line, but in front of central midfield. Certainly worth watching.
I think that was a very, very tight decision. I mean, from where I am looking at it, I didn't think he was offside, but obviously the linesman's got a better view of it than I did, and even thankfully he raised his flag.
Here's Gab Chaps, puts the ball on the far side, looking for the on-running Jake Collins, but got his angle wrong. And Smith came out and collected it. Here is Stan Skipper for Gillingham. Very much two teams who want to get on with it here.
Come on, Tom.
As Taiwo Pratt has to shield the ball away from Chaps and then find his central defensive partner Woodliff. It's it forward for Skipper. Skipper on that far side brings in Bayliss, who started it all off with a goal in the first minute. Ball pushed forward, but Guy Summers had read that. He's shrugged aside by Garrett. Garrett once again saw Nightingale off his line, but put the ball over the top. No real worry as far as Ware are concerned. 40 ties, by the way, at this level in the FA Youth Cup. 13 teams at level 4 or lower still left. Chesterley Street, who are at level 6 in non-league. That's 2 behind Ware's first team, are the lowest ranked team left in competition. They're playing tonight, home to Guiseley. So good luck to them. As the ball was pushed forward by Skipper onto the halfway line for Bayliss. Bayliss then chips it down the line, looking for Waldock, but it's thumped unceremoniously out of play by Charlie Ridley on that far side. And Gillingham will have themselves a throw in. 11 minutes gone in the second half. Gillingham leading 2-1. Here's the Wild. Wild back for Taiwo Pratt. Push the ball forward, controlled by Kai Garrett, but the ball wasn't a good one. Caught Hisham on his heels and goes out for a throw in to Ware. Armitage, at fullback, would take it as a decent one. He skimmed off the head of Logan Dobbs, but Jamie Ford had come to this side and wasn't able to get a hold of it. On the halfway line, Baldock for the Wild. The Wild's ball on that far side, looking for Bayliss, but defender in the way for Ware, and they will get the throw in. Olaruja did the job. Plays midway inside his own half. Will take the throw in for this young Ware team. Headed forward though to Bayliss. Bayliss brings in the Hisham. Hisham turns to that left-hand side. Plays the ball in for Waldock. Webster's coming up on the left-hand side. Puts the ball across the box. Well fielded by Ben Nightingale. Inside the 6-yard box. We get a feeling Gillingham have been told to get the ball forward a bit quicker in this second period. Yeah,
they do seem to be, trying to rush things a little bit more than they were in the first half, and obviously that's something that I'd imagine they heard in the first half.
Gabriel Chaps has played the ball through, he gets it back. Here goes Gabriel Chaps, right inside the area, goes down under challenge. Referee points to the penalty spot. Well, Smith came out. Gave Chaps, to be fair, probably wasn't going anywhere, but the goalkeeper made the challenge. Chaps went down, and Ware a golden opportunity to get back level.
Well, I mean, this is, as you say, great opportunity. I had that first opportunity when he's going running through. His ball's gone a little bit wide, as you say. The keeper's brought him down, and I think it's something out of nothing, really, because as you said, he wasn't really going anywhere. But, referee had no hesitation in blowing his whistle and pointing to the spot.
Well, even more people trying to get behind that goal away to our left-hand side. Responsibility rests on the young 16-year-old shoulders of Tom Kay. He takes a couple of steps back. Referee has a word with Toby Smith, the goalkeeper. Biggest penalty perhaps he's ever taken in his career so far. As referee makes sure everybody is outside the box. Here comes Tom Kay with the right boot. Thumps it and it's saved by Toby Smith, diving to his left-hand side. Didn't quite get the angle on it, did Tom Kay, and a really big chance goes begging.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he'll be disappointed with that penalty. He knows he should have touched it into the corner a little bit more. But it's more positive steps to take for these Ware boys. Getting these chances, that little chance they created before the penalty. So they've got to take that, put the penalty missed behind them, and worry about troubling the Gillingham defence again as they did in the latter stages of the first half.
Yeah, it's all about experience. Corner comes in from Tom Kay, going in on the far post. At the end was Jake Collins, but the ball will go out and it'll be a throw-in to Gillingham on that far side. That's nice to see from Charlie Ridley there. Just went up to you on Tom Kay. But don't worry about it. It's all part of your football experience. There's throw-in taken on the far side. It's Gillingham will look to come forward. They're giving the ball away though. Ware will get it back with Gab Chaps, but in the end it's Gillingham again. Don't control it, and Guy Summers will just thump it forward. As Bayliss looks to control the ball, can't do so. But Gillingham will get it back now with Stan Skipper, who on this near side looks to search out Hisham. Seeing plenty of the ball, takes it away from Max Drayton. Hisham near side of the field brings in Logan Dobbs. Hisham will get it again. Dobbs gets it once more, tries to send Hisham down the line, but Armitage is always favourite to get that. Thumps it off to number 11 and it goes behind for a goal kick to Ware. Story of the game then. Gillingham were 2 up inside the opening period of the match. Bayliss and Waldock with the goals. First one coming in the opening minute. Ware getting themselves back in contention with a cracker from Max Drayton 4 minutes from half time. And as we've just heard, Tom Kay missing a penalty for Ware after the goalkeeper had brought Gab Chaps down in the area. It's only one thing, if you just come in to watch this, I know we've got a biased angle, but you come in to watch this as a game of football, it's been a bit of a cracker, isn't it?
It has been, yeah. I think it's been a fantastic showcase for the for youth football. As you were saying, if people haven't watched youth football before, I'm sure this is going to entice them back to watch more. It's been a really entertaining game, as you say, really fast paced, plenty of chances for either side, and I think it's been a great game so far.
Throw in to Gillingham on the far side. Waldock is the recipient. And the ball looking to get across for Bayliss. Good challenge coming in by Guy Summers. And Skipper's put under pressure by Tom Kay. Has to turn backwards to Wild. Puts his team in trouble. And Max Drayton will send Gab Chaps going down the left-hand side here. He turns on the edge of the area and it was just Logan Dobbs who managed to get back to clear it. But they're looking shaky at times at Gillingham at the back. They certainly did there. It's Ware in possession with Tom Kay. Kay's ball on the far side. Could have been a good one for Jake Collins, but he just underhit it. And the ball will land with Waldock on that far side. Brings in Stan Skipper. Back to Webster, his fullback. Well, one thing's for certain, Gillingham from the EFL will know they've been in the game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Ware have caused them all sorts of problems, and those defenders really have had a tough time, and the Ware forwards really been troubling them. So hopefully, that's going to continue for the game. And I think that mistake from Dan Tyrell Pratt, just now, he's made a couple of mistakes. He's not had the best of games this evening, and I think that's possibly a weak point that Ware could try to put pressure on.
Well, going to be a substitution made here by Gillingham. Ben Clark, wearing 15, is about to come on. So first change by either management team. Player that's gone off is Harry Waldock. So Waldock off and Ben Clark on. Just wonder what that will do to the formation as Charlie Ridley thumps one to the edge of the area. The ball bounces again and Gab Chaps has got a hold of it. But in the end he's beaten by numbers more than anything. Gillingham chipped the ball forward and here is the substitutes. It was good covering by Guy Summers. In fact, it was Guy Garrett. Here's the Wild. Brings in Logan Dobbs back inside for Tyrell Pratt. Back to the goalkeeper, who fairly calmly that time finds the Wild. Taiwo Pratt chips it towards the halfway line where Haysham will collect it, but ball forced back inside the Gillingham half. Here's Bayliss for Dobbs. Here's the Wild, sends Garrett going down on this near side. Guy Summers is the defender. Garrett pulls it back for Josh Bayliss. Bayliss put under pressure by Armitage. The ball back midway inside the Ware half. Here's Bayliss again, gives it away to Guy Summers. Neat bit of footwork by the number 4, who's then barged into by Garrett by the referee. Garrett's got to be a bit careful. He got booked in the first half for a dive inside the area. And Ware, Kevin's coming towards the halfway line. I think Ware are going to make a change themselves. But maybe not before the free kick's been taken down here by Charlie Ridley. And in fact, they are going to make the change now, so it's going to be change for Ware. It's going to be number 14, Frankie Sanford, who's coming on, and Max Drayton goes off. Max Drayton gets a big round of applause. Solid game, scored a cracker of a goal, but Frankie Sanford, who's scored a few, scored a couple of goals this season as well, comes on to play wide on that right hand side, which means Jake Collins will come over to the left here. Free kick finally taken. Gillingham unsure what to do with it, and Jake Collins forces Dobbs to put it out for a corner which Tom Kay will take. Once again, some indecision inside that Gillingham defence. Tom Kay then will take the corner. Gillingham, as is their wont, have pulled everybody back around about or inside that 18-yard box. Here comes the corner going to the far post, and corner, well, looked like it came off Stan Skipper, but the referee says that it was the head of Alex Laws that had the final touch on things. So the goal kick taken by Gillingham. Short stuff again. Taiwo Pratt looks to come forward, brings in Bayliss, who's come very deep, and good challenge came in from Jamie Ford, but it's going to be a Gillingham throw. Halfway through the second half here, we're trailing 2-1, but very much still in this cup tie. Good challenge by Kai Summers. Takes the ball away. Summers was thumped by Jimmy Easham, and referee gives Ware a free kick. That one justified a little bit of a word by the referee, but he's not going to have one, as Charlie Ridley will take the free kick. Midway inside his own half, but right down by this near side touchline. Right foot, long kick forward. Chaps is in there, goes down, but nothing doing. And it goes away for a goal kick to the visitors. FA Youth Cup, by the way, has been going since 1953. And in the first ever final, it was a two-legged affair. Manchester United beat Wolves 7-1 and then drew 2-2 in the away leg. And kind of sad, really, because the Man United side had a number of the famous Busby Babes who sadly perished in the Munich air crash in 1958. Here's Frankie Sanford for Ware, chips the ball forward for Tom Kay, who on this side finds Jake Collins. Good build up, here's Jake Collins onto the left foot, fires in the shot, good save by Smith, turning it behind for a corner.
Yeah, fantastic little run from him, he's taken the shot, and it was a great save from Toby Silver as well. You've got to give him credit for that, and he seems to have hurt himself in making that save, and hopefully he's going to be all right.
Well, a good bit of pace, and certainly took him clear of the defence. Good in on the shot. Toby Smith is back up and okay, and Ware have got a corner. He's taken on that far side of the field. Let's see what they can do from here. They've been knocking on the door. Corner comes across. Oh, goalkeeper's missed it, and in the end, it's the Wild who gets Gillingham out of trouble, clearing from inside his own area. Tom Kay does well. Wins the ball as Frankie Sanford pushes it across the area. It's chested out by Woodliff. Calm as you like. I don't think he was calm at all. As Bayliss brings the ball, miskicks it. Tom Kay will pull in Laws. Laws pulled forward by Jamie Forward by Frankie Sanford. The header by Logan Dobbs just forced Toby Smith out onto the edge of his 6-yard box, but goalkeeper collects the ball. 24 minutes, second half gone. Ware once more in the ascendancy, but still trailing 2-1. Long kick forward, good head by Guy Summers. Up in the air by Stan Skipper. Chaps does well. Racing back is Woodliff and just thumps it out of play on this near side. Ball's going to be left. The throw to be taken by Charlie Armitage on this near side of the field. Armitage then. 4 in the area for Ware. One of them, was Gav Chaps who headed it on, but there's a referee's assistant flag up on the far side. So it's going to be a free kick to Gillingham. Taken by Toby Smith. He's made a couple of decent saves as the young goalkeeper. Some more substitutes go warming up along the line. Kick forward, good header coming in by Armitage. He got above Hisham. Heads it out for a throw in. Logan Dobbs will take the throw in for Gillingham. Dobbs' throw looks for Hisham. Armitage is there again, but this time he pulls down Jimmy Hisham, and Gillingham tries to relieve the pressure which had been building on them with a free kick on this near side right in front of their dugout. Ollie Bayliss is Josh Bayliss rather, he's getting some instructions from his coach. He's going to take this, the number 10. Scored the first goal in the opening minute of this one. Gillingham may have thought they might run away with it after then. Ware have given them plenty to think about. Bayliss' kick curled to that far post. Here comes Nightingale, and I don't know whether he made a touch. Somebody did, and it's gone behind for a corner. Goalkeeper didn't make the fist of it that he would have hoped for, that's for sure. Corner to be taken far side of the field by Harry Webster, the left full-back. It's looking down, not too many signs of change from either set of managers. Corner's be taken far side of the field. It's a high one, goes across the box, and good header out in the end. It's well won by Gab Chaps. Forward by Laws. Sanford's there. Goalkeeper's come a very long way, and in the end it's just punted out of play. Smith had come out, and it was questionable whether the goalkeeper would have got to that. And in the end, it was the Wild who came to his rescue. Throw-in to be taken near side by Armitage. Goes inside the box, headed out by Logan Dobbs. Going to break just inside. Always going to break with Alex Laws. Laws finds Frankie Sanford on the far side. Sanford, socks rolled down. Goes away from one challenge. Plays the ball on this near side for Armitage. Chips it across the box. On the edge of the area, the ball will break, but it will break at the feet of Stan Skipper, who brings it away for Gillingham. Finds Hisham on this near side. Oh, challenge went in from Gab Chaps, and he gets a yellow card. Can't complain at that one. It's so late, I think it's still to arrive, because he just slid into Jimmy Hisham, and referee no choice there.
No, absolutely not. The referee's made that decision. It's one of those challenges that you really can't blame the referee for giving him a yellow card, and it's one of those that you just take for the team, isn't it? I think.
Third yellow of the evening. Logan Dobbs will take the kick to Stan Skipper. Dobbs is back on the halfway line, down the line to Hisham. Hisham inside for Stan Skipper. Josh Bayliss has gone further forward. Here is Skipper. Skipper going to his left. Excellent challenge by Guy Summers, but Skipper manages to get the ball again and play it out on that far side, but where should Clark, the substitute going in, wins the ball as well. Clark in possession for Gillingham, plays the ball back to the Wild. The Wild's ball, and easy meet for Ben Nightingale on the edge of his 6-yard box. So, just about approaching the final 15 minutes here at Ware. And one thing you know about teams from Ware, they will never give up. And they're fairly famous for scoring goals late in games. There's still plenty to go here. As skipper's ball forward looks for Clark. And Clark looked offside, but flag stays down, couldn't keep the ball in the end. And it goes off harmlessly enough for a goal kick. Well, he did look offside that time, certainly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he looked a good, yard or two offside for sure. But I'm looking towards the referee's assistant there. No flag went up at all, and he obviously couldn't quite reach the ball, and it went out of play.
Then Nightingale restarts. Kick forwards off the head of the Wild. Then they're headed down by Woodliff, back on by Tom Kay, up in the air by Jamie Ford. And Webster will police that one across for a goal kick to the visitors from Gillingham. As I said, got beaten 5-0 on Saturday. They were playing against Stevenage on the pitch at the Stevenage Academy. As Stevenage's first team were at home beating Derby, of course. As goal kick taken by Smith. Lands midway inside the Ware half onto the head of Ben Clark, but just goes out of play for a throw-in. Just a little bit of calm amongst the fans here at the moment, getting revved up for the last 10 minutes, as they tend to do at Watson Park. Where have got themselves a free kick, far side of the field. Charlie Ridley will go across to take it. Jake Collins has got a lot of space on this left-hand side, as Hesham just looks across. There's an overlaid here, if Charlie Ridley can find them. Kick, though, is straight down the throat of the goalkeeper, Smith, who comes out and then bowls it out quickly on that far side for Ben Clark. Clark turns away from Sanford, but has to go back midway inside his own half. Finds Webster. Sanford chasing all the way, and Frankie Sanford doing well. He's put Woodliff under pressure. Oh, it goes down, and that is the second penalty of the evening. Surely. Well, it's a second yellow card as well, and suddenly the complexion of this one has changed, because it's Josh Woodliff who's been sent off. Frankie Sanford wins the penalty, and Ware a real chance now.
Well, I mean, he knew immediately on that challenge that he was off, didn't he? You could see in his face, and then that goes to show when Ware got that goal in the first half, and he was wrestling for the ball and having that little shove and tussle. That's a silly yellow card, and that's why you don't do those sort of things, because that's cost him. That's cost him, and that's cost Gillingham down to 10 men now.
Well, Tom Kay has got the ball, and I've got to say, you've got to applaud a 16-year-old who missed his first penalty, but has got the absolute attitude and confidence to say, OK, didn't do well that time, well, it's not going to put me off. He's got a real chance here, and so have Ware, because they're going to be playing against 10 men for the final 13 minutes plus time added on for stoppages. Tom Kay against Toby Smith, part 2. As prayers being offered further back inside the Gillingham half. Referee sounds a whistle. Hush at Watson Park. Here comes Tom Kay. And oh no! He's put it over the top. Oh dear. He leant backwards and it went straight over the top of the crossbar, and you've got to feel for the young man.
Oh, absolutely, you've really got to feel for him. But as you say, he's got that attitude. He wasn't afraid to take that penalty. You've got to give him absolutely 100% credit to him for that. But, in that sort of situation, he's missed a couple of penalties. You do really feel sorry for the young lad.
Well, they've had their chances, and Gillingham hang on to a 2-1 lead, but they're going to have to hang on with 10 men. They've changed it because Logan Dobbs has gone into the centre of defence, and Ben Clark has come over to play right back. So it's going to leave them short in other areas of the pitch, and let's see if Ware can take advantage of that in the final stages of this one. Chaps brings the ball down. He's under immediate pressure on that far side from Stan Skipper, and the ball goes out for a throw-in to Gillingham, who've ridden their luck, no doubt about it. In this second half, 2 penalties have gone begging as far as the young Ware side are concerned. But still a chance. Long ball forward on this near side. Looking for Jake Collins. Collins, though, this time does give a bit of a big shove to Ben Clark, and he's going to get a yellow card. Oh my word. He sent... Well, he sent Ben Clark off here. I'm confused as to what's happening there.
I have no idea what that was for at all.
Well, it was a push by Jake Collins on the 15, Ben Clark, and the referee has produced a straight red card, which has put Gillingham down to 9 men. Well, I'm lost for words. I have got no idea what that was all about.
I don't think anyone else has either. You know, everyone seems completely confused about what that's for, and I can offer no idea at all, Pete, what that red card is for. When the referee was running over, I thought he was going to give a yellow card to Jake Collins.
Yeah,
so I wouldn't have been surprised. But for him to dish out that red card, I think that surprised every single person in the stadium. No one saw that coming.
Well, it certainly meant we're in for a real grandstand finish here. Gillingham are going to finish it with 9 men. And Ware have got a real chance. Let's see how they're lining up here. They've pulled Jimmy Haysham now back to the right back position. And it's going to be all hands to the pump for Gillingham in the final 10 minutes or so of this one. Charlie Ridley puts it forward. Up goes Gav Chaps, heads it down, away by Dobbs. On to Tom Kay inside the centre circle. Puts the ball back for Guy Summers. Summers picks up a bit of pace. Summers still going forward. Finds Gabriel Chaps. Good ball left-hand side for Collins. Collins, long walk forward. Oh, it's come off the crossbar. So close. Smith was struggling. And Jake Collins has put one off the top of the crossbar.
Well, he's seen the keeper off his line a little bit, hasn't he? He's seen that opportunity. And Toby Smith, he wasn't going to get anywhere near it. Absolutely fantastic shot. Comes off that crossbar, and this is more promising for Ware. This is opportunities. As you say, Gillingham down to 9 men. It's a chance for them to take advantage of this in the last few moments of the game.
Well, they're down to 9 men, and they've got a problem with Josh Bayliss at the moment, who's down, and looks like might be cramp, but he's receiving attention. Ware have got a unscheduled time out here. All going round to get the words. Ben Nightingale left on his own. Everybody else is around the Ware dugout. Well, whatever happens tonight, these young lads have done the town and done themselves proud. It really has been a cracking evening's football at Watson Park. Full of incident. 2 penalties, 2 red cards, and some really good football from the young men here. Bayliss is not going to play any further part in this, I don't think. The man who started it with a goal in the first minute is limping off here, which means, if my count, are they down to 8 men at the moment? They're down to 8 men.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or in fact, he is going to come back on. So, Gillingham are down to 8 at the moment. That's a rare thing to say. Bayliss is back up to their full complement, but that's only 9. Chaps goes up, got a big shove in the back, but referee gives nothing. The ball at the feet of Kai Summers for Ware on the halfway line. Chips it over this near side. That's a poor one, but poor control by Asham as well. And Ware will get it back with Laws. Laws chip ball forward. Tom Gay first player furthest forward, but it bounces into the goalkeeper's arm. 6 minutes plus time added on, of which there should be quite a bit, you would imagine, between Ware and getting back into this game. They trailed 2-1. They've had the opportunities, and they have really in every bit of the equal of a team from the EFL Youth Alliance. There's Kai Summers with a solid game alongside his central defensive partner, Charlie Ridley. He collects the ball now. And one thing you can see for the Ware first team, looks very, very promising if some of these lads make their way through. Some real skill being showed. Laws have shown too much of it there to Isham, though. He's very much isolated on this near side. Here's Garrett. Garrett on this near side. But Armitage is the defender. And in the end, though, the ball goes out, I think. And Ware have got a problem with the player down here inside the 18-yard box. As Gillingham have got a throw in on this near side of the field. That game will restart. And once more, time to be added on here. As we wait, the Ware player is Alex Lords, who had the problem. In fact, it's a corner to Gillingham on this near side. Bayliss and Garrett are there, trying to hold the ball in, and Ware do well to get it out. It's Tom Kay who's dragged back rather cynically by Stan Skipper, who then almost runs away with the ball. Ware have got the free kick. Charlie Ridley will take it. Long one to that far side, looking for Samford onto the head of Webster. Bayliss will get it on his chest. He's got nobody in the Ware half, so all he can do is punt it down that left-hand touchline. Ben Nightingale comes out, takes the throw as the goalkeeper, and brings in Charlie Ridley. That's going to be the scheme of it for the next 5 minutes plus time added on. It's almost like attack against defence. Ridley on this near side brings in Armitage. Armitage's ball far side is a good one. Looks for Frankie Samford. His control lets him down. But on that far side, Alawuja will keep it in and win Ware a throw-in.
Sorry, Pete, there's a question for you. I have never seen a goalkeeper take a throw-in, have you?
That's a first, I think. You're absolutely right. Ball on the edge of the area, skims off the head of Tom Kay, and a scuffed clearance will pick up Charlie Ridley midway inside the Gillingham half. That's a good ball across! Collins couldn't control it in the end. All he could do was lob it in the air, and the goalkeeper comes out and collects. We're about to send Max Holland on. There's another substitution. 3 minutes plus time added on. Gillingham hanging on, and that is the word, hanging on with a capital H here to a 2-1 advantage. Charlie Ridley with the ball for Ware. Back they come towards the goal away for our left-hand side. Collins takes the ball down. It's kept in by Armitage. Finds Gab Chaps. Chaps midway inside the Gillingham half. Long one looking for Frankie Samford. Samford's beaten to it by Webster. Here comes the substitution. So Max Holland will come on. Who's going to come off here? Let's have a look. I think it'll probably be Alex Laws, who was the one that was down in the area, limping just a little bit. He's had a solid game as the number 8. He will come off. And the blonde-haired Max Holland will come on. Where have got a throw-in, far side. Alawuja will take it. Back for Tom Kay. Kay finds Kai Summers all on his own inside the centre circle. Summers plays the ball on that right-hand side, looking for Samford, but couldn't find him. And the chance goes begging, and Gillingham will certainly take their time here. 2 minutes plus time added on for stoppages. Stand between Gillingham at the moment, a place in the second round of the FA Youth Cup. And they will be counting their blessings. Ware have missed 2 penalties. And Gillingham are finishing the game with 9 men as Gab Chaps puts the ball back. And there's Charlie Ridley midway inside the Gillingham half. Plays it forward. Can't get it back though. And Skipper plays the ball to his left to Bayliss. And suddenly, screaming up on the far side is Garrett. Ware could be made to pay. Yeah, here's Kai Garrett. Defender is Armitage, who does well. It breaks to Bayliss on the edge of the area. He's the will, fancies the chance, takes a deflection, but fielded by Ben Nightingale. Then.
Sorry, that was an opportunity for them, wasn't it, to pretty much finish the tie off, but they couldn't take it. I think they took a little bit too much time on it, and they could have, sped things up a little bit quicker to get that goal they need.
Well, it's all down to how much the referee's going to add on now, because Frankie Sanford's got it for Ware. Far side of the field, puts the ball into the box, but it's easily headed out by Garrett. Kai Summers sprinting across to collect it. On the halfway line is the number 4. Long ball forward, looking for Sanford again, but he's underhit it. Webster will pick it up. In fact, it's not on that far side. And the ball pushed through to Bayliss. Bayliss has got space in front of him. Ware are slow getting players back. Garrett's on the edge of the area here, but can't pick it up. And the ball goes behind for a goal kick. Gillingham still looking dangerous when they come forward, but time running out for the Ware youngsters. Ben Nightingale comes to midway inside his own half. Chips it on this near side, looking for Chaps, but Esham's in the way. Ball goes out of play on the halfway line. Paul Halsey looks down there on the halfway line. He's kicking every ball with these youngsters. Nightingale just dribbles the ball up to the halfway line. Nightingale for Kay. Kay on that far side. They're looking for Sanford again, but plays it to Ridley. Ridley's chip ball into the area. Summers is there. Oh, that's an important header. But breaks on the edge of the area. Down goes Chaps. In by Armitage, but in the end it'll break on that far side for Stan Skipper for Gillingham, who has played the skipper's part. Minute over the top. So throwing on that far side. Those players dropping down with cramp. Jake Collins, he's the latest one, but does go back as the ball's out on that far side. And these young lads are feeling it here, really given 100%, all of them. And Jake Collins is going to go off, in fact, and we're going to bring on another substitute, number 15. George Evans is going to come on for the final throws here. 9 men, Gillingham, holding off Ware, lead 2-1. All the goals in the first half, but the second half's been absolutely packed full of incident. 2 penalty misses and 2 red cards. As down the line goes Stan Skipper for Gillingham. Josh Bayliss is there as well. Skipper's got Ware players around him, but he still managed to control the ball. But in the end, Ware get it back. Thumped forward. There's Hisham there with Holland. That puts the ball out of play. It'll be a throw-in to Ware. In fact, there's Kai Summers who they've pushed forward now. There's another attacker. As Ben Nightingale gets the ball. Finds Charlie Ridley on his own, inside his own half. Tom Kay screaming for it on this near side. Ridley's ball, Holland can't get it. The ball will break and just thumps out. Anywhere will do at this stage with 9 men. Lands on top of the stand that we're sitting in. Ware have taken the throw in quickly, though. Going to have to hurry, but they did. Well played by Gabriel Chaps. Chaps going down, dragged to the ground by Garrett. Garrett's already been booked. It could be interesting. Could be 9, could be 8 men. But the referee decides that he's not going to do that. He points at his watch to say, we're adding this on. As Charlie Ridley goes by the Gillingham dugout and runs all the way back with the ball. Ben Nightingale's on the halfway line. Everybody is round about that 18-yard area. Could be this be the last chance for Ware to get an equaliser. Charlie Ridley with the free kick. Out comes Smith. He's missed it, and Ware have got a corner. Goalkeeper went for the punch, skimmed off his gloves, and it's a corner to Ware.
Well, I mean, you could see him as soon as it came out of his gloves and went behind him. He's looked back, a little bit worried, I think, that there'll be a Ware player coming in behind him. But, thankfully from his point of view, it's gone out for a corner.
Here comes the corner. It's high and onto the head at the end of the Gillingham defender, but it'll be kept in on this near side. Back across the box, header in from Holland. That's straight into the arms of the goalkeeper Smith. Max Holland got in the right position. He just didn't get enough behind that header. Still we go on here at Watson Park. 4.5 minutes over the top played. Time running out for Ware against the 9 of Gillingham is Ben Nightingale. Nightingale dribbling it under no pressure whatsoever into the centre circle. Chips it forward on that far side. The header comes in from Chaps. Oluja's up there as well, headed on. And here's a chance for Tom Kay on the edge of the area. Turns, ball gets a deflection, and in the end it's thumped up in the air. Controlled by Chaps for Samford. Samford for Gab Chaps. Chaps' cross is a decent one, goes over everybody. Did it get a Gillingham touch on it? I think it did. And it did. It's going to be a Ware throw-in. Time running out for Ware. Got to take this throw-in quickly. They do. Here's Charlie Ridley midway inside the Gillingham half. Puts it back towards the 18-yard box. Header comes in. But in the end it goes out of play. Frustrated Gab Chaps puts his shirt above his head. And he may think, and we may think, that could be that.
Yeah, I think it could be. As we know, the tunnel's coming out. That normally means one thing. And the referee's telling Gillingham to get on with it. But I think that was, the last chance for Ware.
5 minutes over the top. Is there just one more from the number 5, Charlie Ridley? He's got to thump it towards that penalty area. The Hail Mary now. Long one forward. There's a lot forward. Asian misses it. Armitage across the box. Oh, Holland can't control it. It's Kai Summers. Summers to the edge of the area for Chaps. Chaps can't keep it, but he's got it back off a deflection on the side here. Here's Armitage. Armitage, good ball across the box. Oh, Ford couldn't head it. It's Frankie Samford. Samford fires it in. Goalkeeper blocks it. Where have got a corner. Wow. It is desperate stuff here for the visitors from Gillingham. Armitage goes across. He'll take another corner for Ware. Time goes on. Nearly 7 minutes added on at the end by our referee.
Well, we just had Ben Nightingale looking over towards the bench asking if they wanted him to go up, but he's not gone up. He's just inside the Gillingham half.
Corner comes across and headed out by Logan Dobbs to this near side. But Gab Chaps can't get hold of it. It's put out of play. And Gillingham it is who will progress to the second round of the FA Youth Cup. The Gillingham players congratulate themselves. Ware players fall to the turf. And it's finished here. Ware 1, Gillingham 2.
Well, a fantastic game of football, Pete. That really was, and you can see from the way that Gillingham is celebrating that they've really got away with one this evening. I think them couple of missed penalties sadly has cost Ware, but it's a performance to be proud of from them. I'm sure the management team, Paul, the chairman, everyone at the club will be absolutely delighted with the performance that they put in, and. It's something to be proud of, and a great spectacle that they've put on in front of this amount of fans that they've drawn here today, and a lot of obviously who've never seen the youth team play, but hopefully they'll be back to watch them again and see some of the fantastic football that they've put on show tonight. Well,
I've got to say, I think that's the best game I've seen all season, an absolute terrific 90 minutes plus time added on from both sides. Fair play to Gillingham. Well done to them for hanging on with 9 men. If you were listening from Kent, then good luck to your team for the rest of the season. And if you're listening from a Ware perspective, then we're disappointed. But once again, you'll be proud of this young team. They gave absolutely everything in that match. They are a very young side at this level, don't forget that. And they will be back next season in this competition, but this season I'm sure they will do well in the Eastern Junior Alliance, which will be great to see. Story of the game where went 1 behind after 1 minute. It was a good save by Ben Nightingale inside the opening minute from a thumping shot by Waldock. He turned it behind for a corner. The corner came across and it was Stan Skipper who dummied it, allowing Josh Bayliss to curl it into the top left-hand corner. They scored a second through Harry Waldock And Ware looked to be up against it, but then as the half went on, they got more into the game. And a cracker of a finish by Max Drayton pulled them right back into things 5 minutes before half-time. And that led to a second half full of incident. We had 2 red cards and we had 2 penalties. Sadly, the 2 penalties missed by young 16-year-old Tom Kay. Toby Smith saved the first one. The second one was ballooned over the top of the crossbar. In the build-up to the second one, there was a red card showed to Gillingham's Josh Woodliff. And then we had another red card down on this near side, which would be hotly disputed, I think, by everybody, because still we don't know why Ben Clark got a red card for Gillingham, but he did. They had 9 men. Ware pushed everything forward. Smith produced a super save to push Jake Collins' shot behind for a corner. And in the end, time just ran out on the young Ware boys, who are now on the pitch getting their debriefing. But well done, lads. Did us proud.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. I mean, as I said, it's something for them to take pride in the performance they've put in tonight. They've chased Gillingham all the way, and obviously, as we said in that first half, they took a little bit of time to get going, but towards the end of the second half, performed really well, and I think without a doubt they had the better of that second half, and they really troubled Gillingham. So, well done to them, fantastic work. And, as you say, really, really promising for them for the rest of the season.
Great achievement getting to the first round of the FA Youth Cup. You can hear what the home supporters felt of it. And they came out in their numbers as well, which has been impressive for the town and for the club. Thanks for listening to our first youth football commentary this season on 90 Minutes Live in association with Easy Shelf. For whichever perspective you were listening, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to Simon. And we will be back on Saturday. We'll be at the Smile IT Stadium in Southern League Division 1 Central to watch Hertford Town against North Lee. Live from 2:55. And we'll leave you with a full-time score here from Watson Park in the FA Youth Cup Round 1, where it finished Ware 1, Gillingham 2.